to me sponsor emo fellow man of God yenkokunu. Oh yes. Na become montiase bi na make a that Nigel Gaise stormed here with some men and said, our bad boys, or if you or a tuo, I'll bet me diaba ebedi sebe ewudie. Now question. Bisa ho. There was a time in me bought tape say, in Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Zimbabwe, and many parts of the African nations, you know.
Ahintasemtv so ne dey trend on social media no eso ene keka ne nyina bom ne de bi ababesom yadofo ensama esisi no eni enyan nam esanso eya asefem ye ntumi emfa nka me Ghana info yahwefo ene yadofo nyina Ghana info de se wo ba ye channel yi so ase fa te se eya asofofo ho ensem na celebrities bebre na emofra empanyifo ni nyina no ubenya bi etie and as a president krampo na se open asem etie so a oba Ghana info so abenya ni nyina ebi na wo so eja wo hu de trend e wo oman ni mu na ene so for ababeto Nigel obi ahya no so de na dwen trade ato comment section ho nti kam ho na yen go share videos a trending ni bi embra
ayura Nigel Gaise en wo bedi sa niama ho sem no eni anianso ho no e wo CTV ha say. But I can only say for one that I'm glad, really much more than glad, that yesterday me ntimi an join no meeting. I'm glad. But folks, Mon say there is something Ghanaians mon bebre mon tiasio na mon tiasen so da and on my way atemu de bi beba ebeba. Oh yes. Bebre mon teni we bi asio. But I said again some time ago, said there shall be a day I may not be a journalist again. I may be somewhere appointed as a UN member be or something or some envoy be. A Ghana for mu be ye hey. Na owura bi try say obeboa maya sanitize the Ghanaian society or hini. Now some of the American say eya na eya mo say the biamo politicians na say mo mind o. But sometimes give your politicians the break. Until say me, I stood up and challenged some of the men of God in this country, somewhere in another media household. You know, not many journalists didn't even know that there's a whole rot. The Christian body in Ghana, the Christian body in Ghana, some portion of the body of Christ is so rotten. And they don't have the sense of shame to even be bold enough and talk about it. When we say some time ago, say, hey, until some started trying to expose men in the body of Christ, politicians, they say they can even sponsor the murder of their own fellow man of God. Na me kan bebre man tiasie. Wo mo to me sponsor o. Emo fellow man of God yenkokunu. Oh yes. Na be kan mon tiasie bi na make a that Nigel Gaise stormed here with some men and said, our bad boys, or if you or a tuo, I'll bet me diaba ebedi sebe ewudie. Now question. Bisa ho. There was a time in me bought tape say, in Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Zimbabwe, and many parts of the African nations, you know, or hope and now who so-called these useless, unscrupulous rogues calling themselves men of God, who will be displaying bodyguards at their back. Other than that, ask yourself, who are you to go along with bodyguards? What are you doing? If onyankopon asemi ti umu, if onyankopon tumi ti umu a, what the bodyguard what the then? And let me break the news to you. Me Kwaku sitting here talking. Ever since in my investigative journalism career, me fa bodyguard in 90 that complaints are bad beyond reason. Me catch now. Na me catch now face say a avenue too easy for you to come and invade my privacy. Try it. Mama, a challenge. Try it. Bodyguard me there. Anytime I will sit in whichever car I have to drive, there can never be a bodyguard in my car. Not even a day machu. Me the heading. Why? Because when you know what, listen, oh, the truth is like a thunder that comes like a two-edged sword, and when it hits, it splash. And that is what these people of color hate it in Africa. And I stand for it. I'm not a righteous person, oh, but me diamuno, me diamuno, and I make a war. Jai. And now tonight, wait and come issue. Me say I will come and deal with this issue separately in the coming days. I'm not going to let it go easy. But Kwabena Gaise, let me warn you through my camera. Alright, Nigel Gaise, the general overseer of the prophetic Hill Chapel, tonight, I accept your challenge. And again, I am here at CTV and I look at my time. At 22:08, I'm waiting here. My deal too much to show between and the next day, the man in you, Bema won't move too much with your guns and your radicals to storm CTV here. Maba, I'm here. I'm going to close at 10 o'clock and I'm waiting here. If you don't come, I'll come and tell Ghanaians, when Timiama. And that begins your what? Your cowardness and rogueness, your rascalness and your ragamuffiness. That is nothing to write home about. Madel beyond reasonable doubt. Come. Me wahamenkoe me pon 10 o'clock. Let your men come. I swear the heavens. So who want your casualty? Ma wo what sorry for na ye the next day. Call me a coward. Mo yare. Ate. Mo san fun wo Nigel Gaise ko hwini be mate say abrabe ni ti wo be gina CTV. Na wa be threaten ne hey in the 2TV. But let me tell you what. Even though you think that you have a certain closeness with this organization, and I had the entire Woodium, and to me, Kwaku Annan, the way out, Emma and Kawasem. Now, I had no one train year when you be guasimo. Kwabena, a boldin say, Messiah, and the one shall when you be guasimo. The moment say Kwaku, listen, no, Netu. Me frère à sofwa ye come ho asemi nara come I open my door come for a conversation all asophobia me bom din e wo Netu. I am here to tell Ghanaians I didn't sit to talk about them as if my head is not there and we have a lot under our sleeves yet when I open my door so omumra no obi entimi amba including Kwabena Gaise wama all that he could do to sit on fence and start talking about issues to the extent that he went on to say me many asophobia konavi adidu ntimi come wasem and I'm win him and no me kiremu enye and I'm then a court so onko kiremu court ho mumbisa no so wetumi akokire we ko prove evidence na e wo court kwabna me bizao ever since I'm a mal court sermons wetumi ko prove court ho untimi nkoe but later me hwa de bi din then the lawyer or defending the lawyer no me senior. Me lawyer, me only lawyer, me senior, was school. Me so me lawyer, Adam Fonsune lawyer. And not that who Kwabena Gaise, you have called me several times over Nyeman Kitin Kitibi, ye mema, ye say fine, ye say. And I'm sure say you are not daring me tonight to give you a proof of that because you are dealing with somebody very dangerous for your liking. How dare you? You rogue. You a scavenger telling me you have men and now we also for in the name of the gospel that you preach. Members no mugwa saw them one and me suum kuse na Ghana for munye e Christopher amwomem me se munye hwehwe o na me de meka me de na mako na etwabre ne beba etwabre no me se ebeba ebra ne ye expose. One man of God stood and said a lot. Oreni curses, oreni nyama bebre, eyanwaya obinim. Daniel Kwajo obinim. But ye we expose ne dia na Ghana for ni be mote. He is out there confessing. Ni nyumegu way to the extent that and we be Gina Ghana for name say Ghana from fan the born in chem. Not too long ago, my bonny tape me say in the coming days I'm going to do a series of something to expose these few guys very well. Expose and anka say my
any some of social media no eso bia sha na odon so e hwe na adwen ti wa hwe wie no enja ne sa honom enko so hwe wa adwen e wo comment section honom e ma ye nya da je bekinkan e di amamo fefefe na wie so wa like video no na wa share amobi bia so no so enya hu ye no ono so ehu de e hwe ne bia ha enam de mbesi